back to Wildwood Cottage and welcome back to my diary about my life in my cottage in Wales. This is my channel where I talk about all sorts of different things that I'm getting on with in the garden, in the house, in my craft room, walks that I go on, all different kinds of things. So you'll probably find an awful lot of things that you're interested in my other videos, and I'll link some up here in the little eye box for you. Today we are having another look at the pantry, and I've decided to carry on with the second shelf and try and get underneath cleared so I can get sorted out in there. It's a beautiful day out there. As you can see, the sun's out. I've already been for a walk this morning and it's about 10:30, so I thought, well, I'm waiting for the sun to come round the trees so I can get out in the garden because it's a little bit cold. We had another frost overnight last night, and I'm waiting for the sun to come out so I can get out in the garden. So I thought, I'm going to get my breakfast, I'm waiting for my coffee to cook, and I thought I would just get on with what's going on in the pantry. So I'll just take you in there and show you where we're up to. If you're interested in the first video that I did, I'll put it in the little I button up here for you so you can have a look and see what we've been up to. So I'll just turn you around and show you in the pantry. Right, let's get the light on. Right, so it's not too bad at the moment. I've got that big bag of potatoes to sort out, and this is what we've done so far. I've sorted out that top shelf, and that's what we did last time, putting it in that old bathroom cabinet, and it's working really well. I'm really pleased with it. We've got that old wooden crate at the top there, which is useful for storage and all my rice and pastas and things. And then we've got another box over this side where I store my coconut water, my juice, my crackers, and just general overflow stuff that I haven't found a home for. Up the top there is my tubs with some dried food in and some flours and flour and things like that, like plain flour, gluten-free flour, coconut flour, linseeds. There's also, at the very top there, I've got my bird food and my lids off my canning jars. I've also got cake decorating stuff over there, some fridge storage stuff over there that I'm hoping to find a use for in the pantry. And we sorted out this corner here, and I made some shelves out of an old drawer. And that's an old storage thing that I found in the garage that was full of nails and odd bits and bobs that I have kept, but I wanted to move out. And then this was an old coat hook here. I've taken these storage baskets out, I'm using them in my workshop, and it's a handy little storage space for small jars. Found this old ladder that I found in my shed when I renovated it last year. So I've rooted that out. I'm going to give that a coat of paint, and I'm going to use things to hang on the rails, and I'll be able to keep things like pens and stuff like that in there and overflow stuff in there. So that's going to be a useful bit of storage as well. So today what I want to tackle is this shelf along here and this space under here, because it doesn't work very well at all whatsoever. And I've got these big bins, so I'm thinking of taking that shelf that's there and popping it on this shelf here to divide that into two and make that one big long shelf that I can store the tins on. Instead of having to have them stacked up like that, I'll have more space. I'm going to move all this dried, all this food here, which is my preserves and things, is going to go up as well onto that shelf there. And then all my dried goods there are going to move along there. And what I'm going to do is, in fact, no, all my dried goods are going to stay there, and these bins are going to go down there in the space, because the shelf that I've got is only going to come to about there. So I'm going to have all that space then to put all these big tall things back. So that's going to be useful. I keep all my bottles of oils and beer and wine and non-alcoholic stuff. I keep all that here, and that just stays nice and cool on the slate slab, and it's there for when we need it. So yeah, I don't drink a lot, so it stays there most of the year, which is really handy. But yeah, so we're going to sort out this space here, this shelf here, and then we're going to organise this here. So I don't know how much I'll be able to video for you because it's a bit awkward to set the camera up when I'm sorting it out. But I'm just going to empty it all out and show you where I'm up to. So I'll see you in a minute. I think I found where Mr. Mouse has been living. There's lots of rice. He's been building a nest of rice. Cheeky little blighter. I'd love to know where he got it from, because I haven't found any empty packets. But yeah, Mr. Mouse's hole. This might not be the existing mouse hole because I found another one in that corner over there. But that's all done now. I'm just making my way through all my jars. So at this end here I've got my pie fillings, and then next to that I've got my, just here from along there to the end, I've got my dried foods that I did in the dehydrator last year. So I'm just clearing this level here now, and I'll show you it when I'm done. And then that's all I'm going to do for today. I'm not going to bother doing that shelf yet, so I'll do that in another video tomorrow or later on. So yeah, I'll be back in a minute. Right, so this is my pantry all finished for today. I've moved my bigger storage boxes up there, which I don't need to get to very often. I've put all my cake decorating stuff and plastic tubs and canning lids and things up there. And then I've showed you this already. This is what I showed you at the beginning. I haven't changed any of that. And then this is what I've changed. This is the shelf I've changed. I've replaced that piece of wood there, which was down here. And now I've managed to put everything nicely on the shelves to save it all being stacked really high. So I've got all my tins down this end, and then I've moved all those tubs that were up the top. I've moved them down now, so they're like chickpeas and lentils and quinoa and pasta and things like that, so they're all there now. Then here I've put my big jars, moved all those bottles. All my bottles are a lot tidier here, my oils and my vinegars, a couple of bottles of wine and a few other bits. And then all my tins, and then on the next shelf down I've replaced this shelf here, which was that one up there, but now I've replaced it to open up this space here. And I've put all my dried stuff that I did in the dehydrator last year and all my pie fillings. And then underneath I've emptied all that out, removed the mouse holes where they've been nesting, and generally tidied up. So I've nearly finished, but I'm going outside now. I've also taken the big unit away that was here, and there was a nest in there, so obviously he's been making himself very much at home. So that's all going to need painting now because it's gone a bit mouldy. And yeah, I might build some shelves to tidy up the last bits and bobs, because I'd like to move these out from under here so I can get to them. This is my food storage area of things that I've got for long-term food storage, for in case of emergencies and in case I need it for any reason, if we've got no work for the time being, or yeah, just general day-to-day stuff. So this is my general pantry of what I use all the time. And then down there in my food storage tubs are things like bulk bags of rice and pasta and flour, just things that I think I'll need. So I'd like to get that area sorted out as well and bring them out. So what I'm thinking of doing is putting shelves in there, putting shelves in there, and putting shelves in there. That box now is my potatoes, so I thought if I put that on casters, I can then have shelves above for storage. And then these boxes here, these tubs, I thought I'd put them flat on the floor and then have shelves up above. And the same here, fill this floor space here and then have shelves up above. So I think that'll be a lot better. And then behind here is some more long-term food storage. So I'll go through that at some point with you and show you what I've got. But that's just things like sugar and bits and bobs that I don't use all the time. So I can easily take this piece of wood out of the way. It's like a little door. And I'm able to get in and out to get the bits I need. So I think that's it for today. I'm really pleased with how it's turned out. And I think it's a lot better. It's going to be a lot easier to use, much easier. Right, so that's it for today. I've managed to get my pantry sorted. It's all nice and tidy, as you can see behind me. Looks much better. I think it's going to be a lot easier to use. And excuse the light, I've got a little tiny light down here. And that's my lighting for my pantry. So I'm going to go off into the garden now. The sun's glorious out there. I've been stuck in for the last hour doing that. Didn't intend on doing it, but glad it's done. So my pantry is nearly finished, and if there's any more updates, I'll show you what I'm up to. So yeah, take care for now. Enjoy the rest of your day. I'm off to enjoy the sun, and I'll see you soon. So bye for now. Bye bye.